night. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to a Daily Double. It's a doubleheader tonight as we are about to see the resurgence and rise from Pushing Limits Racing League. This is the Honda Civic Type R's doubleheader. First one up, Five Flag Speedway here in Pensacola, Florida. Hello everyone, I am joining you guys here live on the show here for PTM Racing TV as we get ready to showcase to you some hard racing, some hard action. So far, it's been a wild season, to say it nicely, but to put it bluntly, it's going to get even wilder as we're about to hit asphalt and dirt in the same day. Well, on the pole here, it'll be Tyler Work, the number 80 outside that 08, Ryan Kenniston. Run number 2 is Matthew Harper, the 84, the outside, and number 96 is Michael Rideout. Run number 3 is Jason Brand, the 55, the outside, and the 5 is the Toronto Chantel Bottle. Run number 4 is Bobby Anderson, the 43, the outside, number 13 it's going to be Hunter Hansen. Run number 5 is Christian Shriver in the 14, the outside, and the 90 it is Dennis Warrens, and finally in the 11th spot it'll be Jeff Folks rounding out the field. Field stretched out, ready to get down to it here off of corner number 4 to the green flag. We wave, green is out, we're underway. Driving them down into it. Whoa, a little bit of trouble right out of the gate. Oaks and Shriver getting a little bit tangled up down in turn number 1. Problems out of the gate there. Both drivers able to come out of it at least somewhat scathed clean. Field moving their way down. Ryan Kenniston, your early leader right now. Field trying to fight back a little bit. Hansen getting dribbled up a little bit. Takes a nice little bump and tag from Bobby Anderson. Both drivers trying to hang on early. Coming on the inside, Anderson getting clipped up a little bit there by Hansen. Hansen diving in deep, looking for a 3 wide. No dice. Dennis Warren's kind of getting crossed up in between there. Oh, it's Hansen. He gets another piece of Anderson. Anderson into the wall protection. And once more, all drivers right now just trying to keep their speed and trying to keep their momentum alive here. But it's Dennis and Hansen as well as Anderson right now just taking it to one another. Shriver and Oaks right now currently about 2.5+ seconds back, just trying to catch up to the front runners again here as the field continues to battle hard here for position, jockey for any kind of run they can get. Matthew Hoffer going right up to the tire work here for the battle for second. Mike Rideout, Chantel Bottle battling hard in the 4th and 5th spot respectively. Rideout right now trying to get televised win here on the show, trying to find something to go out of here, but has not been able to catch a break as of late. We'll have to see if that really starts to change today. Tyler Orrick still winless so far this season, looking to change that here and now though. With a performance like this, could definitely use him some good. As the field just continues to damage up some equipment. Anderson out of the race here. It looks like he is not going to be able to continue on. Oh, and you can hear the inside of those cars getting some nice little hits and runs there. Hopper looks like he might be taking a little bit of damage there on the right side of that car. These Honda Civics don't exactly like to be tortured up like that, I'll tell you guys that much. Remember, there are 2 broadcasts as well today here for these Pushing Limit Racing League guys. We do have one more as well coming up for our friends over at the GOAT Racing League. You'll see them a little later on today. Double in right now. Mike right now currently getting trailed in there. Hunter Hansen and Dennis Ward still going hard with each other. Set to Apollo, Jason Brent. Oh! Man, Ward's getting a piece of that action down there too. Getting a little bit of piece of Brent and Apollo right now currently jockeying for position, looking for any kind of run they can get here. As the pace starts to thicken out just a little bit more here, coming up on the top side, right out now, hunting down Hopper. And Hopper's got some problems down there. It looks like he might have slammed the wall a few too many times. That right front might not be digging into the car as much as he was hoping for. Tires seem to be starting to wear and tear a little bit on the guys as the field starts to lower their chances and starts to get a little less increase in speed. The gap between Shriver, Oaks, as well as the rest of the field with Warren Hansen is still about a good 2.5 seconds back here, but they are making some ground up. Ryan Keniston, the number 08, a good sized lead though for now. Looking to try to continue that reign of supreme and that dominance. Keniston, the last time we saw him in a leader spot, nearly coming away with the victory, it was back at Southern National Motor Speedway. He came oh so close, but got taken down by the Hoffer cam by less than 1,000 of a second. He told me earlier today, I'm not making the same mistake twice. He's dominating early, but is he burning up the tires a little too soon? Remember, these cars, they do not like to be worn out too quickly. You gotta somewhat control the wear and tear of the burn and also understand about the acceleration of these speeds. But also, we do know this, we do have a little bit of a fuel mileage in this one. They do have enough to get to the run necessarily in the 70 lap distance, but they're pretty much right on the cups of it, so they gotta be careful here. Lingering right through into the madness and into the darkness we go still. It is Jason Brent trying to hang on there while Hansen and Warrens continue to fight out hard as they can right here. Remember, Hansen was giving Warrens a lot of bumping and banging, tagging and jagging. Well, they are right now currently kind of slowing that up just a little bit, kind of taking it back just a few more positions. Right out now, look at this up at the top, left rear screen. Big battle coming up between those two again. Right out looking to try to sneak by Hofford on the inside. Outside line, though, is holding its ground. But right out seems to be pretty well smooth and rude. Smooth and executing very well on that end. Waddle making her move up closer to the boys as they fight hard for position. These cars can draft well, mostly on those big tracks, so they got big straightaways. But they can fight hard here. on this kind of track, level 2, if you give them a chance and you don't wear and tear them out too quickly here. And that's exactly what they want to see. You gotta imagine too, here in Pensacola, Florida, the heat so intense, being in that suit, being in that helmet, you're trying to constantly catch your breath, trying to catch yourself some time to breathe, let alone just do what you're doing right now. I got a feeling it'd probably be more of a pain in the butt than it gets to even try to figure out how to run with a kind of run like this. Hopper coming up on the outside yet again. Now no grip, no gain, no give. Right out, finally pushing him ahead. As the field starts to lose sight of Ryan Kiston and Tyler Orrick here. Orrick, though, only about a half a second back, but he's still making ground up on him. Hansen now looking to try to make his way through the field, but it's Jason Brent to the inside, making a big run there on the 5. The 55 of Brent trying to get through. Hansen nearly 3 wides him off there off of turn number 3. Big jump coming up, bites the inside, trying to take a 55 net code out of the way. As you can just see how close these drivers are. Pottle literally just 1 little inch away from that left rear getting clipped and taken out. That's the hard racing of the Pushing Limits Racing League. But you know, the problem is the more they keep battling, the more they're giving this guy some room here. Driver literally gone about 2.5 seconds back. He's now only a 1.5 seconds back, all because they're battling here. We'll see if that 14's got a chance here, maybe to break something up. But right now, still Hopper looks like he may have a little more troubles here. A little bumping and banging yet again. Hansen and Pottle. These front-wheel drive cars, again, they don't necessarily spin out the easiest here. You got to really force them to spin out. Those front of those noses are what drive the car in throughout, and that nose allows the car to stay a lot more stable than, say, a rear differential car like a next-gen Cup car or a Super Late model. So bump and runs here, yeah, they can be prevalent, they can be all over the place, but they don't stop the drivers from making any crucial decisions. Lawrence, Hansen, Pottle, they're all still decking whack with each other here. Hoffer losing a lot of ground here. Meanwhile, Keniston and Orrick still jockeying hard for their run, trying to see who can outdo the other. Right now, kind of mixing it in between there. Here, Oaks looks like he's got some mechanical problems down there. I think that was probably due to a large part of that little hit that he got there from Shriver spinning out there. And what we're getting word is that Shriver actually slammed the brakes too hard in the corner. And right now he's telling his crew chief, I'm not letting them just really let me go that easily out of here. He's hustling, but he's still got some roads to go. Spotters right now think they're probably telling the drivers here, you can battle all you want, but at the end of the day, remember that fuel run. There is only 70 laps of fuel in there. And some of them look like they may be slowing down just a bit just to keep it clear and keep it under cover. Tire wear, though, I got a feeling probably also affected many of them. Hopper, we saw him into the wall a little earlier on, and the car just not getting as much speed as it was, but the damage doesn't seem to really be there all that much. I don't know what is slowing that 84 down here. I feel like it may just have to do something with the outside just kind of wearing them out a bit. Brent trying to make it a good exposure of that as he continues to fight hard for position. Hansen and Warrens also in the cuts. Pottle back to the inside trying to cross over the 13. But it's Hansen with the advantage there off the turn. Oh! And Warrens yet again. I don't know why he can't just simply leave Pottle alone for one race. Those two, every race this season, have always had to have a little skirmish or a little kerfuffle with, or they're battling each other throughout the entire race. And yet again, here we are, no different here. Warren's not leaving her alone, and he will not, and she will not leave him alone. That much is for certain. You're on board camera here with Dennis Warrens right now. As you see Brent, Hansen, and Hopper going one-on-one. But here's the problem for both of them. They've all left room on the table. And now the 14 looks like he is starting to finally dish it back at him. The Crusader machine is coming for him. Right out way ahead of the field here in terms of the third place spot. He's got that one kind of locked up to a T. Coming around here though, Brent looks like trying to block a little bit there, trying to get Hansen to stop creeping up on him so much, and trying to also keep his speed up. So difficult right now just to even try to keep up with the pressure and keep up with the momentum. You got a feeling though that a lot of it just has to do with the fact that they're running as tight as they are, and if you don't believe me, you just saw Hansen take the cone out. That poor cone. Well, from worst to the back, and now running up the back. 14 has now made a move here. He's got it into 8. Gets it around Chantel Bottle. Looks like Bottle's saying she is trying to save fuel, trying to hang in there. Hopper watching closely though as the Spoon Sports number 13 making some drives, making some runs here. A good run there by Hansen. And a good move off by Warrens as well. Every driver themselves here, nobody giving an inch. It's been so hard not to get away from these guys because of how close and how compact everything has been. Despite the fact we've only been a part of this race for just only halfway done. But boy, has it been a wild halfway point. And speaking of halfway points now, past the point of no return. It's Tyler Orrick right now trying to hunt down Ryan Keniston and get a chance to secure a victory here. And just a heads up, folks, so far this season, 5 different races, 5 different winners. As Jeff Oakes goes to the inside, going to get passed up, went fuel mileage in there, so he's went into pit road just to make sure. But Keniston still without a win. Tyler Orrick still without a win. And right now, both guys having a tremendous little battle out here as the field continues to muscle along. And speaking of hustling along here, Brent giving up speed. Here comes the Crusader. He drove to the outside, now he's going to try to slingshot, going 3 wide there on turn number 4. That's no man's land, and he doesn't seem to care. Frustration maybe burrowing up from that little wreck earlier, and a successful pass. The 14 has got around Brent and Hopper. He's now moved it back from 10th to 6th in a matter of an instant. Just a couple laps, I guess, is all it takes around here anymore. Hansen and Warrens right now still doing battle though. Warrens trying to outclass him. They're going to the inside once again. Hard racing, intervening again though. Hansen still hangs on. The hammering man himself won't give out that easily, and I don't blame him. Look at this now, going up to the front. Orrick, he's peeking down there. This is your battle for the lead as Keniston yet again overdrove the 08 tires on the right fronts. Those right fronts of the tire you got to worry about. You got to get the right rear to kick out just a slight bit. But if that right front burns up, you're asking for it then there. And a big push now from the 08 to move the chains ahead. Warrens now, crossover there from turn number 1 and 2. Hansen going across and back. The more they keep battling though, the more they're just giving up room for the other drivers. And they don't really seem to care, I guess. Warrens literally still looking to try to get a win in this season or any kind of racing season. He's had multiples in Metal to Metal Racing League. I still think he's a short one though in Pushing Guts Racing League. Hansen not a winner yet this season in this division. However, in Metal to Metal Racing League, he actually won in the Bristol Dirt Race. And guess where we're heading next? So you can probably guess who's going to be a happy camper in a minute to be heading there in a second. We'll have to see how he performs. Should be an interesting performance there. We saw what these cars could do there last season, and boy, they were a little bit rowdy to say the least. No pun intended to Kyle Busch. Brent trying to hang in there with the 14. Shriver just kind of doing his own thing. Brent, you can see the car though, it is struggling and it's fighting. Shriver almost looks like he's just trying to keep it smooth as silk. Mike Rideout right now hanging out in the middle of the pack though here as well. You can see how far he's ahead of this place. And probably right now is probably just trying to think to himself, well, as long as I keep up with the position here, I should be fine. I don't really need to run for the lead. I just need to stay ahead of the people that are behind me in points. Well, that's not the same situation, though, for what's going on up front. You're either behind someone, you want to pass them for the lead, and here we go. Tyler Ork, yet again, peeking the nose, peeking the spot up. Keniston giving him some room. Ork, yet again, back to the inside. Here we go, though. Ork trying to drive it in. He's got him on 3 and 4. He just needs 1 and 2 lined up. Keniston a little wide. Ork to the inside, trying to make the jump. Trying to put the airflow around his spoiler to try to increase the speed. Put the dirty air on. The zero-way might have a chance. He does! A successful pass. We have a new leader. And Tyler Ork for the first time today, and first time really this entire season, finally getting a late rally, a late rush with only 13 laps remaining. Might have something coming up. Speaking of something coming up, here we go. The 14 back to the inside. Warren's now trying to hold on. Warren's desperately trying to keep that 14 from making any passes here. But running that extreme outside is a bit of a risk. You gotta stay where the black tarmac is. That's where the rubber is. And the 14 exploits it. Big jump to the inside. Rocking its way through. Warren, you can see, is keeping speed up. But so is the Crusader. Crusader right now, look at the way he's kind of braking. He says he's kind of heel and toeing in that car. For those that don't know what a heel and toe Warren is, that basically means you're using your right foot with your toes on the brake, and as you're on the brake, you're pushing the heel in on the accelerator. That is what we call in motorsports heeling and towing. The heel and toe is a very difficult thing to figure out and nail, and it looks like it might be working down there for that 14. With 10 laps to go, though, fuel now extremely sparse, and it becomes a very keen aspect of it as Tyler Ork and Keniston having enough to finish it out right out. Really doesn't need to worry about trying to finish it out. He can clutch it in and just let the car kind of sit down there when he needs to. As the field separates further along the ride, Pottle and Hopper further down the road. Jeff Briot, despite having a win last time out at Watkins Glen, and your last race winner, I think honestly just kind of boiled down to bad luck today. Couldn't quite escape the madness that was the turn 1. The iRacing turn 1, as we've always proclaimed it. Hopper, not really too sure really what went wrong. It's just earlier on, it seemed like clapping that wall a little bit may have clapped him back, and now it is unfortunately taking its toll on the 84. 7 turns to 6 laps this next time on by. Tyler Ork, the Can-Am number 8, trying to do the unthinkable. Not only bring us race winner number 6 but also finally edge his name into this illustrious and wild season it has been. Jeff Oaks right now currently on the lap down marker, but trying to make a bit of a comeback. Looks like he's hoping for a bit of a break here. He's going out of here with Warren and Jason Brent. And you can actually listen there. You hear Brent or Orange, one of them, they're clutching. You can actually hear the car clutch in. Let's take a listen. See how low those RPMs are going. They are clutching in just a slight bit. They're trying to get the car to take a set, to get a little bit of a run off here, trying to hope for a little bit of a break and a bit of a breather. And it sounds like Schreiber's doing the same down there. Looks like he's a little bit nervous about having to go the full distance. We got 3 now left to go. Oaks jumping right back into position here as Tyler Ork here ahead of Matthew Hoppert. Final laps pursuing. 2 laps, turns to 1 lap. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. White flag coming on now. Tyler Ork, throughout this entire season, has been hunting for this one. He's going to add to the mantle. Race winner number 6 Tyler Ork wins at Five Flags. a strong run in for everybody else. But for Tyler Orrick, this one he was looking for. The victory at Five Flags Speedway here in Pensacola, Florida. A major turning point for the driver of the Can-Am number 8. His first victory of this season. And what a wild season it just continues to be. And these drivers are not holding back whatsoever. They continue to thrive and push their luck and push their limits. You can even hear Tyler. He not only pushed his luck and limits, he had to push everything to its limit. He's clutching the car in, just trying to get it to pit road. He has no fuel inside that car right now. Your race results presented by Pushing Limits Racing League. Let's look at them now. Orrick, your winner. Ryan Kenniston goes second. Rideout third. Hansen fourth. Shriver fifth. Warren sixth. Brent seventh. Pottle 8th. Hopper goes 9th. Elks will take 10th. Bobby Anderson, unable to continue. One race down, one more to go. Race fans, we'll be right back here. We are going to go to our next destination, Bristol Dirt. We will see you guys here shortly. But before we do, here's a little intro to get you guys a little bit more excited for this one. We'll see you guys in just a little bit.